I don't have it in my ears, so I'm just going to pretend.
Oh, you nailed it.
Did
you
I?
absolutely nailed it.
Oh, well, absolutely. Welcome to BackChat, powered by Paywise.
Hammer?
No.
Here.
No. Okay. So a few things to talk about off the top. Hello, Dan.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. So grand final was yesterday. Unfortunately, Hamish did not get up. No victory for him, so he's drowning his sorrows, I believe, at the pub.
That's fine.
We also have the Jack Buckley Medal.
Yes.
Right now.
Right now. If you have a second, get online, backchatstudios.com.au, go to the shop, buy a ticket. Don't even get to. Just come down.
Just get down.
Leadable Precinct. We're going to be there. Doors open at 5. The Brownlow count starts at 6. But when I say the Brownlow count, I mean the Jack Buckley count, essentially, is when we're going to start the formalities. It's going to be a ripping time. Are you going to survive? You seem rough.
Oh, look, was I sampling the venue today, the Level Hotel last night? Yes, I was.
Good.
Did I spend some time with Mark Reddings at Hippie Club last night? Yes, I did.
Were you upstairs at Daisy's?
Yep.
Yeah. So I went in there this morning to set up some
shit show
audio gear. The ground's so sticky.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll sort that out for us. I'm sure there'll be a nice mop being run over that as we speak. Not my fault.
It had Will Schofield written all over it.
No, I wasn't in that. I was in the Daisy room. I was out on the terrace, which will all be available tonight.
Of course, it's going to be that good.
So just putting all that out there. So Hammer's not here and we are not here. You're listening to this if you're live right now. And we didn't do it as our normal time because, of course, we are at the Jack Buckley Medal. So
Yes.
A bit of an abbreviated show today. Got a Brownlow Medalist on the show, though.
Huge.
So sorry for
How convenient.
stuffing you around, but we've countered that by having Shane Woewodin join us.
Wowie.
Thanks to ID Athletic from the Brownlow Medal. So he is getting ready and suiting up for the Brownlow as we speak. So we'll be chatting to him soon.
We didn't ask him what he's wearing or who he's wearing.
Oh,
damn it!
I think it'll just be a black suit.
Yeah, he's probably just brought his own.
The guys don't do that. Guys don't do that, do they?
Michael Barlow.
If you're rolling up to the Brownlow,
wait, I'm not shitting on Michael Barlow. What's the suit comedy called? Barlow. Michael Barlow's great guy.
Barlow. It's not Michael Barlow. It's Barlow.
Barlow and Sons. Oh.
If you're rocking up to the Brownlow and you're a late Tony Barlow.
Tony Barlow. Thank you, Jaiden. Loves his suits.
Michael's dad. So, if you're a lady, you're spending a lot of time getting ready, picking a dress, and but if you're a guy, you just get in a black suit.
Iron your shirt.
Black suit, white shirt, black bow tie.
Okay.
If I see too many of these, I'm going to call them Gen Zers. Tonight. Mm-hmm. If they're flashing on and I'm seeing grey. White
or beige,
white coats, you know, and blue, like a light blue sort of operation.
People don't rock the penguin suit enough.
What's the penguin suit?
The long, like the long bit. So it looks like a coat,
like out of Batman.
Yeah, but then he has the long bit. A guy named Stuart Gant that I went to high school with wore one to the school ball. He didn't have a date.
If Hammer was here, he'd just be pissing himself. Ganty,
Stuart Gant,
Stewie.
Moved to Scotland, never heard from him again.
If I see too many Stuart Gants rolling around, I'm not going to be too happy, to be honest. Just like it's very easy to fuck up and it's not hard to get right.
Correct.
Just put the black suit on and then it's all about the ladies, not about how you look. Just keep it.
Just some black shoes. Shoes you want plain.
If I see white, like just
some
black shoes,
some
mate,
kicks, some
and black
kicks.
socks.
Yeah.
Like it's so great to see their character and. It's lovely to splash of their emotion. No, black and white.
Wear a suit.
Yeah, it's a black tie event.
I won't be wearing a black suit tonight. just to put that out there for the Jack Buckley Medal.
No, you're not meant to.
No, I got a little something.
It's formal-ish.
Yeah, it's formal-ish. Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. So I thought maybe just a quick little Brownlow preview between you and I. And
also, we should talk
Buckley
about the footy
preview
on the weekend because it's
a very good
one ripping game. One of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah, Friday night was not that.
Nah.
Sydney dominated Port Adelaide. Port for stages didn't rock up, but Sydney just rolled them. They played the grand final last week.
Yeah, that's true. After that game, Sydney, doesn't matter who they play, they're winning.
Well, I came into that MCG game thinking Geelong guaranteed win here.
Yeah, I was saying Brisbane are going to win because I picked them for the premiership, but Brisbane, what Brisbane are doing is crazy. I thought after last week, they can't win this week.
They may be like Bulldogs type operators in 2016.
They would go into this game going, it doesn't matter what happens, like we know we can win this. We've just done it twice in a row.
They've been one of the best sides of the last 5 years, been in finals every year, been top 4 every year, but haven't really...
Potential 3-time Brownlow medalist in the midfield running around Lachie Neale.
They lose last year, right, by a kick. I reckon...
Play on call shouldn't have been done.
I reckon...
that cost them the premiership.
I reckon there's a few there going, I want to, few wounds to lick here and we're just going to absolutely smack them.
How brutal is I've forgotten the ruckman's name now. The shoulder.
Oscar
McInerney. So apparently he's done his shoulder twice in that game.
Yeah, I thought it was unbelievable he came back on. Like popping your shoulder out, people think, just like pop it back in. Like once it's out, it's so painful. And once it's out, like one slight knock, it's going out again. It doesn't just like pop back in and you're like all good to go.
Can you explain the feeling of what a shoulder being popped back in feels like? Is it a nice feeling? Is it like, it clicks back in, then you're like, that's better?
Mate, it feels like you have like 1,000 rubber bands attached from like where your socket joint is.
Because it's like sort of jarred in place, right? You can't move it when it's popped out.
Yeah, but it's like the rubber bands are now stretched and it's like, out. And so to pull it back in, you need to wrench it from one end and you kind of re-stretch those rubber bands and then it like clunks back in.
Yep.
But it's like, it's not a relief. Well, it's a relieving feeling, but it fucking hurts.
Yeah, right.
Like really painful operation.
Yeah. I remember I was out somewhere and someone popped their shoulder out randomly.
On D4?
Yeah, something like that. And he was like, bro, not to me, like to someone else, can you pop my shoulder back and just pull on it? And the guy yanked on the arm and like didn't do anything. He was just like, he let out a scream, didn't pop it back in.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, like,
you got to know what you're doing.
Should not be done at home. Like, don't, you can't just yank it back in. Like, you need a doctor. Like,
yeah.
They couldn't get it back in the second time, Oscar McInerney.
Right.
So, yeah, he won't be playing, which is brutal for him. I don't think Logan McDonald will be playing from the Sydney game. So he hurt his ankle in the third quarter and then went off and he's done the old, like, done his ankle. He got dropped in 2022.
Right.
In the prelim. Got dropped for the grand final.
Yep.
So they're up by 40, smashing Port. They've already won the game halfway through the third. He's done his ankle, and I reckon he's done if I get subbed out right now, I'm
missing
done.
again.
Yeah, so I'm just going to pretend it's all good. He was hobbling around like an absolute warhorse and then eventually got subbed out. I don't reckon he's playing either, which is so brutal.
Yikes.
Like, so brutal.
So I was looking at the secondary ruckman for Brisbane, Joe Danaher. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Are you going against Grundy?
No, they'll bring Darcy Ford in. So they'll bring someone in who hasn't played for ages.
Right.
So Darcy Fort's their backup ruckman who played in...
I think he's playing VFL recently, right?
He, for Brisbane. Like Brisbane played in
the
VFL.
Yeah.
So they played in a prelim 2 weeks ago.
Right.
He played quite well.
Okay.
So it's pretty much like for like. They'll definitely play him. Like, you can't go in with no ruckman.
Yeah.
Especially against Brodie Grundy. Is that the Jack Buckley medal over there?
It is, yeah.
Wow. There is a 2024... wait, not me. Yep. There is a 2024 edition in our offices. We'll make sure we take that.
Yeah, we got to. That's got to be on the task list. Jaiden, write that down, please.
It's gold.
It's gold. Yeah.
That's silver's
Silver.
nice.
That's fine.
There was sort of some sort of value being thrown around, like $5,000.
Million? Oh, $1,000.
So they're like, just to let you know, like, thanks to the Perth Mint, by the way.
Oh, of course.
We're not dropping $100,000 on a medal.
No.
But although, like, it's not, but the gold one feels valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. So whoever wins this year, which you'll find out probably the next 3 hours, if they get tight for cash or whatever, they could pawn it and get like $5,000 or something.
Wow,
so
that would be good.
Not bad.
They could melt it down.
Yeah, I think I don't think you pawn. That's not got no value at a pawn shop.
Does Brownlow?
Yeah, I reckon.
Didn't Gary Ablett's selling all this shit, Coleman medals and
Buckley was as well.
That's right.
I think he was. Oh no, I won't say that.
What?
I think.
Don't say that.
No, I won't say that. I was going to chime in on Buckley's personal news. It's nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that's good. So that's the games, mate. The grand final, which we will preview on Friday.
I really want Brisbane to win. I'll just say that I really want Brisbane to win.
Why?
Oh, mate, they've been there they've been knocking at the door for that long.
Oh, mate.
Actually, you know what? I don't care either way. I'll be happy with either. As long as Geelong didn't win it, I was happy, and I think I just want it to be close.
You can't press a TABtouch sting over there, can you?
Yeah, you definitely can.
You've got the touch. You got the power. Yeah.
Alrighty, thanks to our friends at TABtouch, of course, the Jack Buckley Medal.
JBM.
Thanks to Jack Buckley,
yeah,
and thanks to TABtouch. I've got a couple of little Brownlow markets I'd like to discuss.
Oh, Brownlow heave ho.
I think
that's what it's called.
I have in my possession a. Can I say this? Yeah, I think I can. Hammer every year does a huge deep dive into the Brownlow Medal. Did you know this?
What do you mean?
Does a round by round predictor on Excel.
Hamish Brayshaw.
Yep. He sent me this. He sent me this yesterday morning. I was like, mate, don't you have a grand final? So this has
played very well in the grand final.
Mate, throw names at me. I can give you what's going to happen. I've got most votes for most teams. Should we just give a little?
Where has this been? How has he never brought this up?
I don't know, man. It was bizarre. He rang
Hamish Brayshaw.
8:15 a.m. yesterday, grand final morning.
Hey mate, just working on the.
Mate, you wait. Yeah, mate, I am now. Mate, I just got this Brownlow thing that I do every year.
What?
Yeah, I just want to share with you a few things. Maybe we can work it into things on the night. And
great. Okay, so if I said, this is predictions, right?
Yeah, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, so this isn't this isn't facts, but this is what Hamish thinks are facts.
Okay, let's go West Coast Freo, who the predictors on most votes from a West Coast and Freo player.
Okay, so we think Sarong is going to get the most votes for Freo.
Yep.
Followed by Brayshaw.
Great.
And I don't have anything on West Coast because they're irrelevant as a football club. I don't have any West Coast odds, but I can give you...
What, you tell me what you can give me.
I can give you, in order, the top 10.
How about which team should poll the most votes?
No, I can give you some stuff like GWS most votes. Hammer thinks that'll be Lockie Whitfield.
Oh, right.
Who's paying $15 to be that. Tom Greed is paying $1.04, almost guaranteed. And Hammer is quite strong on the fact that he thinks Lockie Whitfield.
Okay.
Mate, so the gamble responsibility on all of this. I'm just looking through. He's got... I'll give you... how about I just tell you who he thinks he's going to win?
Yeah, go on.
Nick Dacos on 39 votes.
39?
Yep.
That's huge. I saw something from the AFL today that said Pat Cripps, Dacos tie at 33 votes. That was the predictor.
Patrick Cripps, 35 votes.
That's a lot of votes still.
Lockie Neal and Isaac Heaney tied on third at 32.
Yep.
And Zach Merritt in 5th position on 30. Marcus Bontempelli, 6th.
I would like to know how accurate this has been in past Brownlows.
He got to the top 4 last year.
Right.
Yep, he hit the top 4 last year. So, there's lots going on here, and I'm trying to give you some other good ones. He's got a lot of line bets here. Patrick Cripps over his 32.5. Dacos over his 31.5.
This is exquisite work.
Neil over his 27.5. Heaney over his 26.5. Merritt over. There's a lot of overs. Merritt, Bont, Sarong, Goulden, all overs. So
I've got a hypothetical for you.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't Chat GTP. I can't put in.
No. This is a personal. Okay. This is one for you. Would you rather be a Brownlow medalist, right? Just you win a Brownlow, or be someone like Bont and be thought of as the best player ever, but you never quite won it. But maybe you win a Brownlow and you're just forgotten about. I know there's a lot of, a low vote getter. You're just they happened to win that year because they were the best that year.
Right.
Or would you rather be remembered as Bont? Because he's got the respect of everyone in the AFL and outside of all
if you're
fans.
a Brownlow medalist, you're a Brownlow medalist.
Yeah, I suppose. In 50
the
years,
whole
you're still
thing
a Brownlow
for Brownlow,
medalist.
it's not like a career of consistency. It's the best player that year.
Yep.
So forever, you're the best player in that year. Now, would you like to have a career of consistency and longevity, yes, you would.
Right.
But
over the Brownlow, let's say 10 years of Bont v 1 year of Bont and a Brownlow.
It is a good question. I think I'm taking the Brownlow, maybe.
Yeah. Well, thing is...
But does, the 10 years get me a flag? If it does, then I'll have the...
Right.
I'll have the 10 years of being a good player.
No Brownlow.
To build a side around me.
Yep.
So Bont's done it in 16. They lost in...
20?
21.
21, yep.
Yeah. So...
If he gets a Brownlow...
Maybe Bont 10 years. What do you think?
I reckon I want the 10 years.
Yeah. I
want to go down in folklore as like one of the greatest in the team.
That's great.
But, Brownlow medal, I was nowhere near it.
So a little bit of a preview for the Jack Buckley Medal. I believe... I don't really know the results.
No, I don't either.
I believe we're doing the best spoil of the year.
Yep. We have a top 5 and we've already selected. We know the winner of that one.
Best new fist.
Yep, rising fist.
We have the All-Australian team.
Oh, we need to pick that. Oh, we're gonna pick a squad. You know what? We haven't done that.
No.
Transparent with you, we haven't done that.
Yes.
But tonight at the Jack Buckley, we will reveal our back 6 plus 1.
And there'll be a lot of work that goes into it.
Oh yeah, big time.
That's very good. Anything else for me?
I mean, yesterday we went to the Waffle Grand Final.
Yes.
And
that was brutal.
Really, yeah, brutal to watch your mate lose a grand final.
Yeah.
Especially because he played really well, and they came hard at the end of at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Port, I don't know why I keep thinking of them as Port. It's the same letter P. Peel looked done. Like you put up a video of all of them getting massages in 3/4 time break. Everyone in East Perth saying, there was like one guy probably getting a bit of a rub. Then they looked flat as at the start of the fourth. They looked completely spent. Like they were just hoping that they could hold on to a lead.
East Perth kicked the first 3 of the last, 10 points the difference. So it got to a centre bounce, and it was just such a crucial centre bounce.
Yep.
Because Peel were cooked. Came down, hands on at first, went to feed back to a running halfback, a fumble. Inside 50 to Peel, hit the ground, goal.
Yep.
Back to the middle. Exactly the same thing happened. Hit the ground, goal, and game's over.
Is that the repercussions of we have to win? So is that like game mode thing where they're like, go up the middle, roll the dice?
Yeah, a little bit. No, it's just sort of how footy goes. Like I hope the rhetoric isn't like Peel won because they had like Dockers players. Like they had some good players, but so did East Perth. I just think.
And the Dockers players didn't dominate.
Well,
like,
Peel just executed better on the day, and like they were the better side. So. I don't think the Freo player sort of thing made that much of a difference. I don't think like there was that much of a disparaging sort of difference in quality. And Peel had to go the long way, and they probably should have lost. They should have lost to Claremont 2 weeks out. So I think if Hammer was here, he'd speak the same way. Like you can only respect what they did.
Yeah,
it was great. It was a good game. Went out in the Oval, had a kick on Optus.
That was fun as.
Yeah.
There was
how
many people do you reckon were
10,000? Yeah,
crazy. There was you had a meter of space on the Oval.
They should do that every week. They used to do that at all AFL grounds.
Beck, who
used to do that at Subi?
was with I don't remember. They definitely do it on Waffle grounds, but I don't know about Subiaco Oval.
They used to do it at Canadian Park.
I think Beck said, Beck actually asked, why don't they do this all the time? And I think it's last game. Like, there's no more footy now on that Oval for forever, right?
They're worried about the grass.
Yeah.
But the Oval was in that shit of nick this year that it wouldn't have mattered.
I was surprised by how hard the ground was.
Really?
Yeah. Felt really hard. Oh. It's not like when you go to the park and it's, soft on the grass. Oh. It's like, you could tell there's 3 inches and then concrete.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what it felt like?
Is that what you just felt normal?
Felt like an Oval, yeah.
Felt like back home?
Yeah. Felt like home. All right, I'm done. I got to get ready. I got to get my suit on. So do you. Thanks for the abbreviated podcast. Sorry we can't bring you any more, but we'll be back Friday. Don't worry about that. Hamish will be back. We can talk to him about his grand final celebrations all week.
Yes.
And we will have a new Jack Buckley medalist for 2024.
Wow, that's exciting.
And a Brownlow medalist, but
who cares? Unless it's a backman. Unless somehow a backman wins a Brownlow.
That'll bring the house down at Leedy. Let's now finish the chat and the show with our good friend Shane Woewodin.
Brownlow medalist.
Thanks to ID Athletic. And post that, the show will be done. So I will say thank you to our Paywise partners. I'll say thank you to Whippersnapper and Shelter.
Yep.
I'll say thank you to Camera Electronic and Digital Mamba Digital.
Yep.
I'll say thank you to TABtouch.
West End Plumbing.
And I'll say thank you to West End Plumbing.
Yeah, big time.
And thank you to ID Athletic for bringing Shane Woewodin. Here he is. Good day. Okay, we head to Melbourne. This is, of course, ahead of the Jack Buckley Medal. No, it's ahead of the Brownlow Medal. Shane Woewodin, 2000 Brownlow Medalist and 2024 Premiership Elco Cup winning coach with Aquinas College. Shane Woewodin joins us. Hello,
Welcome.
mate.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Great to be here. How's things?
Yeah, very
Really
good. So you're in Melbourne suiting up for the Brownlow, I believe, mate. What's preparations like for you 24 years after you won it?
Yes, I have just rocked in to Melbourne, landed at 2 p.m. with my daughter. So I've left Dee on the bench this year and taken my daughter Sienna to it, so which will be good. Taj last year, Sienna this year. Rocked in, effectively just got the crown. For me, mate, I'll just go down and get a coffee in a minute, then rock in, shower, bag of fruit on, away we go.
Bag of fruit.
You're not gonna run a rinse through the hair, maybe like a light blonde, maybe dye you could run through, or
yeah, no. Unfortunately, mate, the days are long gone, isn't it? So, my kids have wanted me to bring this back, but
Is that
I've
right?
said to them it won't be happening unless it's for charity. So,
right.
and I'm never going to be organising anything. So. I'm still waiting. I'm still natural.
you might have just come to the right spot. You start throwing things like that around, Wowie. So we'll see what we can do there, mate. I've spoken to you a little bit about it this year, but you must love sort of the memories that a day like this brings back for you. You know, sort of getting along and get a lot of the past Brownlow winners. You guys get together before the Brownlow and get to catch up with a lot of people.
Yeah, it's my favourite part of the evening, Scully. Just that little 30-minute, 45-minute window pre the event in an offside room, just to mix stories, say good day. You see them once a year, so it's just a good opportunity to catch up again and reflect and spin a few yarns over a couple of quiet ones. So yeah, it's a good part. Like the night itself can drag, but it's great to get on a good table. You're unsure as to who you're sitting with as a past medalist, so that's all very different most years. But yeah, it's a great evening just to be able to again reflect and catch up with what I find the pioneers of the game, the greats that have gone before us.
Who in this little pre-room, who's sort of running the show? Is there one player that's like getting around? Is there one loud person who seems to be feeling like they're the big dog there?
Have one guess.
I actually don't know.
There's like every superstar.
I mean, Ben Cousins must draw a bit of a crowd.
The biggest personality is Dipper.
Dipper, of course.
Yeah. He is the room when he walks in, and he makes it about him. So it's good fun. He's loud. Out there, gets around it. He's fantastic. He's so good, and how he brings everyone together within it, and he tells everyone how good he is and how good he was that day. And it's fantastic. It's unbelievable.
Are you guys sizing each other up in this room as well? Like sort of trying to gauge the level of who's the best Brownlow medalist there?
Oh no! Remember, I've been told I've been the worst by Johnny Brown. So, there's some really good players. You know, guys who've won 2 or 3. So they sort of hold the room very well.
Yeah. Do you all wear your Brownlows, or what's the go there? Do you have to like flash your Brownlow to get into the room?
That's your entry card.
That's a good entry card.
Do people have it? Yeah, that's a serious question. Do people have it on them or not?
Yep. Kevin Murray wears it as a necklace.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think Bulldog was here last year. He was a bit frail last year. I'm not sure this year, but yeah. So he's pretty different to probably all of us who just probably leave it in a sock drawer and don't really want to bring it out, and only if someone really in your family wants to see it. But Kevin Murray wears it with pride. He goes, I have it out there for when people want to have a photo with it. There it is, from his necklace, and straight over to a kid walking down the street, and wears it proudly with his Brisbane Lion slippers when he walks in.
I like that.
I like it too. What was the front bar experience like, mate? I gave you a bit of flack over our coaching WhatsApp, but what was that like? That looked like a good bit of fun.
Yeah, good fun. Really relaxed, comfortable. Few laughs, couple of beers with them post. host the night in the green room, which was really good. Funny, and some archive vision got pulled up that I hadn't even seen or haven't remembered. So the Men for All Seasons calendars got dragged up. The Sun Silk advert got dragged up. Some silly things you did when you were 20, 24. And but a bit of fun. It was really good. They make it really enjoyable and relaxed atmosphere to just drag in and get the piss taken out of you.
Is there an actual bar operating there, or is it just all a ruse? Like, is there a pint, pulling pints at the actual pub?
At the actual bar. That in the studio, so in the studio where it is in Channel 7, and the bar you stand on, there are actual taps.
Oh, right.
And they pour them then and there. They were saying that a couple of guests in the past have actually had a little few too many and get their way to that 20-minute segment pretty comfortably.
That's good. I saw on there a little bit of a Brownlow story because, of course, we're chatting to you ahead of the Brownlow Medal tonight. This will go to air tonight. We will be preparing for the Jack Buckley Medal.
What we're doing right now, sinking beers.
Yeah, so there is someone will be awarded the Jack Buckley Medal. We're hoping for maybe a speech, an acceptance speech. Did you have one on you when you won? Like, I know you didn't roll up thinking you're going to win the Brownlow. Not many would. Did you have something with you, or was it off the cuff?
No, I did, because John Longmire was my manager at the time, and he said, "Well, just in case, mate, you never know. Have one ready in case you're able to win this thing." So I did. I actually did write up a couple of things and a couple of thank yous, not knowing, because I was on the waters just enjoying the night and be home by 11, ready for the grand final. That was not to be the case that evening. 1:30, I think I got home, and had a couple of thank yous, and away we went.
Imagine being that good at footy where you're writing a Brownlow acceptance speech.
Yeah,
just
I
in
know.
Case. Must be very nice.
Man, seriously, did you played the grand final that year? So, do you reflect back and think, it would have been nice to have a few beers, or it's just the experience and it's a different thing? I'm assuming like it'd be quite different grand final week.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. No, I wouldn't change that experience at all, being in a grand final. Just unlike you, mate, I was bridesmaid twice and I weren't able to take the best medal away. But I would change up a couple of things on the evening post jumping off stage to how you would go. I would love to get home straight away, but the compulsory events of what you had to do and the media, obviously, press conference afterwards was a little bit different. But the experience of it all in the week is just a blur. It went so fast. But just about to accept it and soak it up and enjoy it with family and friends. It's something now that I can reflect on 24 years later, which has been really, really good.
Have you been to every Brownlow since as the past winner?
Not all of them. Majority. I would have only missed maybe 2 or 3 where you just disappear overseas on holiday or whatnot. But
does it become
it's a great week because I love coming for the week as well. Yeah,
of course. Does it become a bit same? I mean, to go that many Brownlow medals, it must be like just a formality at this point for you.
Yeah, it's a different experience when you're a player and you're in clubland and you're there with the boys and you might be dropping a couple or whatnot. But now it's a bit of unknown. Like I've been to a couple where you get there because the first 3 hours is when all the things are done with food and drink and whatnot, and then the night just drags with the count. But there was one year, I reckon 3-4 years ago, where we rocked up and my guest on my table, an all past medalist, disappeared by 9 o'clock. So early evening, Shane and Dee are sitting there by ourselves on our Pat Malone. And then Barry Round comes and goes, "Come on, Wally, come over here and sink a few with us on this table." So they're the memories that you take away and enjoy. But it's a long evening.
Have you got any good favorite memories of you've seen almost every? I'm just thinking the entertainment. There's it's probably not a big feature. I don't know. Does any stories jump off the page of things you've seen at Brownlows that we wouldn't know about or that we wouldn't have seen? Like people getting locked out. We always hear people getting locked out of the Brownlow. They're very strict on the door settings. You've sort of seen it all now.
It is, mate. Very strict. When you disappear to go to the toilet in an ad break, you got to make it real quick. Otherwise, when you when you do come back and the doors are shut because the advert's now over, you could miss 3 or 4 rounds of the count. So you're stuck out there with no drink and just chatting away. So, yeah, they've been a bit harsher on the drinks of late. I know we don't want to promote a hell of a lot of that, but I think since Feb's little debacle a few years ago with Juddy and the pressure point stuff, remember that?
It gets better every time I see it.
Yeah, the waiters are very limited when you can pour a drink. So that's been it's been a real of a downlight really on the evening, particularly if you want to get there and enjoy the evening.
What do you think's going to happen tonight? Who do you like? I know you follow your footy very closely. Who do you think's a good chance tonight?
Oh mate, I've been wanting Bont to win one for a few years now. I think he's the best player in the game. I thought he was a bit stiff last year. I think he might fall short, but I reckon we're going to have a tie this year. I think there's a feeling. There's been a bit spoken about it, but I think Cripper and Dacos in a tie.
Wow.
What I'm predicting. Both had enormous years, but then you could throw a blanket over a number of them. Lockie Neal again, Bont, Cripper, Dacos. They've all had exceptional seasons, but I'm going the tie this year.
Yep. We had last year was Errol Goulden sort of came out of nowhere, right? And almost took it at the end. Is there anyone that you sort of keeping your eye on as a bit of a dark horse that could make their way through to the top?
And I'm fascinated to see where Isaac Heaney, I know he's ineligible now, but I'm fascinated to see where he finishes.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll be that far in front early, potentially, but will get dragged in. But does he poll votes later in the year? And but in terms of a smoky, they're funny ones. I couldn't say one right now, but generally the favourites are thereabouts, aren't they? Those top 4 or 5.
Yeah, Heaney's a good one to watch because he'll have that red cross next to his name.
We don't want to see him win it.
No, I don't want to see that. No. Not now. I don't want to see a Chris Grant or a Corey McKernan again.
Yeah, correct.
That'd be shattering.
Hey, I know you've got to start getting things ready over there, mate. But before we let you go, I thought we'd quickly chat about Aquinas. We do speak about here a lot of sort of what we're doing off the field. So I coached this year with you. You were the head coach. I was the backline coach. And without getting too much game by game, I was going to ask what sort of backline was I coaching? How do you, what did I? Given we're BackChat and we're talking about Dower operators in the Jack Buckley Medal tonight, what sort of backline did I operate this year with the premiership side?
Oh, they're very much first to defend, aren't they? Yes. These boys are very good. There was a couple of moments, but how good was that group that you did coach?
Yeah, so good.
Exceptional and well led. Our talls were hard to compete against airily at the contest, and we had some good ball users. So, mate, all our offense started from our back half. Mate, you've led a fantastic group this year and done an exceptional job. It's been a pleasure to work with you and the rest of the coaches. It was such a fun year, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good.
Don't speak too highly of
I know.
Come after your job in a minute, Chloe.
How have you liked coaching, mate? You've sort of back into it now, with your own side. How's that journey been? You want to take that further? What's your thoughts on all that?
Yeah, man, I've loved it. I took the Aquinas job. Obviously, best been at Wesley for the last 3 years as an assistant, but wanted to throw my hat back in the ring and run the own program and again to see if the itch is still there and the fire's still burning. And it certainly is. And I just love the game. I love being involved and part of it. And you've coached numerous levels, obviously at PSA, amateurs, waffle, AFL. Not a lot changes other than the demographic of the ages you generally work with, but it's just been a fun year. It really has. And thoroughly enjoyed working with the school and this group and my great support with you boys. So, yeah, a lot of fun, and we'll see where it goes now.
Good work, mate. I fully expect if we see Shane Woewodin on the TV tonight, I want some sort of signal to our BackChat fans who will be at the Jack Buckley Medal, just a nice little wave or fist.
Or a fist. A fist is what we've been throwing out to some of the guys that we know that are going to be there. So give us a fist, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Look forward to it.
Enjoy the night, mate. Great to chat to you. Thanks very much for your time.
Thanks, guys. Talk soon.